And I don't mind to be cooking, doing some cooking on Christmas because I'm not crying. I'm having a nice time. Welcome back, good friends, to another Large Family Meals of the Week. I'm having chicken broth. This is my first quart of chicken broth today. Might be my only quart. Some days it's 1 quart, some days it's 2. The gut healing continues. It's our new heading into 2026 goal. So today is jam-packed. I've got to film a sponsor segment, and then I'm going to film for a very fun new project that I have coming out. Look for that. What else is happening? I'm going to film a winter fashion favorites dress video that's been requested for up over on my second channel. Lots of things for the rest of the day, pretty much until later this evening, where then I'm going to sit and read with my feet up. Pretty good Monday. Going to do some more Christmas shopping tomorrow. We got to go down to the basement and get frozen food, freezer meals, and meats and other odds and ends to pull together for a bunch of Christmas cooking that we're doing for this week. And we're having Christmas, and we are being Mama Elf, Santa Claus. We are being all the things. This is single mom of 9, making Christmas magic happen yet again in 2025. We're doing it. And also some odds and ends for getting Christmas week going. What would a new week be without random Walmart delivery needs? Well, you know, happy holidays. We've got some juice for Christmas morning. We'll also have coffee and hot chocolate and those kind. I should have got eggnog. Okay, maybe will be an opportunity for that. But we did that last year. I'm also going to have one of my teens make homemade mashed potatoes to go along with our fixins. I've got some blackberries because there's these delicious blackberry cheesecake bars I've made a couple times. They're low carb, and also for Christmas I thought I should do those. There's also a delicious cauliflower and cheese bake. I was going to do 2 9x13s for that. That's a low carb, gluten-free recipe, and these shredded cheeses go along with that as well. I was out of my Lily's baking chips, and I use these for so many things. Also got some more yeast because we are going to do several pans of homemade cinnamon rolls, cream cheese because homemade icing, and low-carb cheesecake bars. Little refill on the teenage bagel stash there. I thought on Christmas morning I would also do 3 pounds of bacon, probably in the oven, and I need some bacon for this delicious cauliflower and cheese bakes that I'm doing. And then I got one more thing of pork panko because I think I'm going to use this as the topping on those, and some barbecue sauce for some meatballs. All right, we do have a few scratchy throats today, so I have some requests from 2 of my elementary guys. They love this I Love Lemon vitamin C tea, so I'm going to get this going for them. While I'm at it, I just might as well get one of my teas going for later. I like this lemon ginger. It has probiotics in it. Also, there's this lavender that I have been enjoying. And this can just sit here and like it for a bit while I do some other things. These had some added cheese to it, and we were just talking about you really only need to add the cheese at the end for like the last 15 seconds or so. I think this cheese got the last minute. There you go. And then we will put these in. So there's these 2 reheated without the added cheese, and my massive bowl. We've got like 4 cups of green beans, some carrots, half a sweet potato. That's chicken fat from the roaster because I know what's good, and some more of the chicken peeled off, just gobs of fat. And I'm going to microwave this now and eat it while I get ready to record my next project.
Well, good morning, good morning. So these bananas are ready to go to the freezer for smoothies. That's the last that's left from some batch here. So I'm just gonna quickly peel them, put them in this gallon freezer bag, and we will see them again for another purpose.
So we have some, let's see, this is baked ziti and this is deep dish stuffed shells. I'm going to do these for dinner tonight. We do have a little bit of chicken left. We also have some sweet potatoes, some other like a couple portion items. Those might actually be done during lunch today. So I figure I will do both of these for dinner tonight. It's Christmas Adam. A lot is happening. A lot. The list is deep and wide, but the dinner is done. Yay.
Okay, good evening. Just got back from doing some last minute Walmart shopping, making two of my elementary guys some I Love Lemon tea for this evening. Making myself, bring on the immune and stress tea, right? Elderberry lemon balm. Got my cup of supplements. And because I was out, I did not get the casseroles we set out to defrost going. Other people did other things, and so also reheating some more sausage biscuits this evening for a couple guys. Okay, so these are going out to my 8.5-year-old and my newly minted 11-year-old with their I Love Lemon tea this evening. Well, happy Christmas Eve. We have some nice Christmassy things happening. We have some family coming. I know that's like the depths of my oven there. Some family coming. I got a baked ziti, some stuffed shells going for that. And I'm in my running clothes. I have my mud water. We got to run to the bank real quick. It's Christmas Eve. They're open for about 30 more minutes. There's a few more teens I need some cash money for. And we did some last minute Christmas Eve Christmas shopping last night. I just left it all in the car. I did. And you probably saw the video where we shopped for all this already. But this is what it's looking like in the meantime. I also left the hot chocolate in the car. So like we would have this for Christmas. It's just the hot chocolate love is deep and wide here. But aren't these cute? If you haven't seen this video yet, I'll link it down below. But I've got 3 elementary guys left, right? And so we've gotta do, we also have a giant sloth. We gotta do the big stuffed animal love while it's a thing, you know? They get all these on the trampoline and I just know they're gonna love them. I've got trash bags up front. I need to get this in here, and later this afternoon we're gonna do our shopping. And I know, scary, but we're doing it, right? I will not scare the ladies at the bank. Oh, we're gonna get gas too, so that's not another life emergency next time I get in the car. The last couple times my gas light has come on and I've been like, oh, it's okay, I'll have time in the morning, and then the morning is an emergency dental appointment or something. So let's not have that tomorrow. But bank, gas, home, hopefully get my run in. Let me drive down my driveway while I'm talking. Run in, family coming, not like a ton of family, some families coming. I pulled a baked ziti. Hey, look, we meal prepped baked ziti and stuffed shells from the freezer.
yesterday. I thought that would be dinner for then, and they ate more sausage biscuits, and I was like, you know what? Christmas Eve lunch. We have that. We have some fruit that's being chopped. It'll just be very nice, like lunch buffet-ish little visit. Then I have to go into single mom of 9, making Christmas magic happen, Mama Claus, Mama Elf mode, and that will be the rest of my Christmas Eve. And you and me, we will be doing homemade cinnamon rolls. And I found a recipe last night I want to try from sugarfreemom.com. I think that's the site. It's a variation of one I see going around out there. But it's a gluten-free cinnamon roll recipe. Mozzarella's involved. So we'll give that a go.
Alrighty, and then here we go. This is an elementary school plate. Fruit requested per our usual. Yum. Move our little houses around. Here's a napkin. Yum. All right, several things are happening. So our one family visit is done for today. I'm prepping a bunch of deviled eggs for tomorrow. And then other things happening, so I'm gonna go get ready. I've gotta do Christmas presents and all my mom elfing, but I'm gonna have one teen wash and chop these potatoes and get them ready to prep ahead and get roasted tonight. And then I'm gonna have the other teen, two different fruit salad options that are going on Christmas morning. Just very simple, very summer, but hello December. So we've got just one cantaloupe, we have a honeydew melon, we have a watermelon. So I'm having my other teen guy, gonna have him chop those and get them prepped in one container for Christmas morning options. And then I'll have him, sorry, we gotta keep an eye on our water too. That's actually pretty good. I'll let that go for another minute. Anyway, gonna have him wash the blueberries. It's hard to do this with one hand, but you know we're doing it. So we just got like one of our favorites that we do. We'll have another one with blueberries and strawberries. And these can be washed and prepped. Just put that lid on there. Little things that can be happening. And so these will be washed and prepped, two different, just easy fruit salads. Picture these, and our cinnamon rolls and bacon and other fun options that will go towards main dish buffet style eating tomorrow. And my one stack of presents that rode around in my vehicle with me, these I gotta process. And really quick, we're gonna go get a ham. Alrighty, so I knew I had some hams in here. This will just be an easy slow cooker addition for Christmas and post-Christmas buffet eating. Okay, so reality check-in's always super nice. I got all the presents done on Christmas Eve. Good job. Took longer than I thought. Story of my life, but that's okay. The potatoes are still here looking at me. It's just a lot of layers. So I've had to readjust a little bit. There will be no cinnamon rolls Christmas 2025. Readjust with me. I can submerge the potatoes in cold water. It's going to take 2 containers though. We're gonna handle that. Potatoes, cold water, they will be roasted Christmas afternoon. Look at us. I'm going to switch gears and do, I've talked about these blackberry cheesecake bars multiple times, and they're from the How to Not Get Sick by Dr. Ben Bickman. I love these. I've made them multiple times, but I don't think I've actually showed them in video form, and I have everything to make them. Maybe we're making New Year's Eve, New Year's Day cinnamon rolls this year. I say this because I shared the journey with you all, wanted to do that, but that's okay. Also, I've thought through just going to bed because it's my elementary school bedtime and there's
$20 and a poinsettia. That's someone's Christmas money from another family member today. But some things are almost ready to go, like the eggs need to be drained. We can make the filling. We can fill those tomorrow. The potatoes, really the potatoes can go through the oven because they take 40, 50 minutes around, and there's 20 pounds in a baby oven. Z-line's not on my to-do list today. Those can even be roasting. We're going to do it. I'm going to quit talking. We're just going to jump in here. We're going to continue to make some big batch Christmas meal prep happen. I have learned from past mistakes, if you cut your potatoes and put them in the fridge, they're going to be black by morning. But I also know now that I can cover them in water and add like a tablespoon or two of salt. And that should keep them from being black. And then tomorrow we will just drain them and roast them. And hey, look, we meal prepped. Just getting presents ready for 9 and doing a little mini hosting today. And I kind of took my time and enjoyed myself. You know, time got away from me, but that's okay. So we got some things there that are good. I'm going to see. And these were my pans. It's okay. Say it with me again. Encourage me. New Year's cinnamon rolls. New Year's cinnamon rolls. Yay. Okay, we got that. And this bowl. Get in there, potatoes. I just won't be able to fully cover them in water in that bowl. Okay, so we'll do 2-bowl method. My teens will learn a new cooking trick. All good. I'm losing a few. Oh, lost a few more. Okay, I'm going to pick those up. So always a plan and then a recalibration. Might actually take a handful or two back in here. Okay, nice. And I'll get our salt. This is a teaspoon, so I'll be doing 3. We're going to get some cooking wins in here when we can. I really thought I would be done with my Christmas prep. Well, at one point today, I thought I'd be done at 5:30. Another point today, I thought I'd be done at 6:30. It's 8:42 now, and I have had to stop and mom life and things. This is the ham. We'll put this in the fridge. And I don't mind to be cooking, doing some cooking on Christmas because I'm not crying. I'm having a nice time, and these are things that bring me joy that I wanted to do. So we're just, we make the rules. We're just kind of changing it up a little bit.
So here's the fruit salads that were prepped. That's the honeydew melon, cantaloupe, and watermelon. This is strawberries and blueberries. And here's our deviled egg filling, and then our unfilled eggs that are just gonna hang out for the night. We got our ham that we're gonna get in the slow cooker in the morning. And we have our great value meatballs that will also go in the slow cooker. We'll do barbecue meatballs and marinara meatballs. And then we're going to do sheet pan bacon in the morning. And there's the blackberries for the cheesecake bars. First thing in the morning, yay. Well, Merry Christmas. Look at us. So Christmas morning, it was like a gift to myself. I was still feeling all like Mama Claus and Mama Elf and Mama Christmas. That'll be the new name, right? I was feeling all Mama Christmas mode activated. A lot of the house wasn't up yet. We've never been like early morning Christmas people. Usually it's been later in the morning. Many years we've bought cheesecake, and that's what we've had Christmas morning as we started to do presents. And of course, I'm in a new season, figuring out new large family traditions in this new universe. This is my third holiday season in this new universe, and I definitely see some more things that I've adapted this year. Like I just could not pull off getting the stockings done the night before and letting everyone like open Christmas Eve stockings. So that was fine. I thought, hey, plot twist, right? We make the rules here, plot twist. We will just do stockings at some point on Christmas morning, and then maybe after our big batch breakfast, we'll roll into opening presents and just casual. We've got all day, right? And everyone is so excited any way it goes. So because I did not pull off pre-making the cinnamon rolls the night before how I wanted to, that was my plan on paper, getting the gifts ready just took several hours longer than I thought. So thanks for listening again about that. But I know you've been here watching me work on these blackberry cheesecake squares. So these are on page 239 of the How Not to Get Sick book by Dr. Ben Binkman. It's a cookbook and guide to prevent and reverse insulin resistance, lose weight, and fight chronic disease. And I like all of those titles, and also the words blackberry cheesecake squares. So I have made this recipe probably 3 times. It is a favorite. I've made it to take it to some other events. I haven't filmed it yet. So here we go. Let's film it. And of course, I'm making a larger batch. Now, this recipe is for an 8-inch baking pan. So I don't have a lot of those lying around. So what I decide to do, I believe my 1 square pan that I'm going to use is an 8x8 potentially. And I didn't have anything else that size. So I do have some glass pie pans. And I thought, I think I can stretch this. I think I can double this recipe and then do it in some pie pans as well. So that's what we're doing here. We're seeing if this is going to work out. So one of the first things the recipe has us do is for the crust to heat it in a large skillet, the almond flour, and to toast it until golden, stirring often so we get our double batch going of that. Also, I have 2 packs of blackberries. The original recipe calls for 2 cups of almond flour, 1/4 of a cup of confectioner's swerve, cinnamon, salt, 1 stick of butter. And then we're going to do the blackberry sauce, which is 2 cups of fresh or frozen blackberries, water, more swerve, and a teaspoon of cornstarch. And then for the cheesecake mixture, we've got 16 ounces of cream cheese. Of course, we're going for gold and doing 32. 1/2 cup of granular swerve, sour cream, a teaspoon of vanilla, 2 large eggs, and then also some grated lemon zest. I didn't have that part available, so I left that out. I've been wanting to do this recipe also with some strawberries and blueberries, switch out the fruit. And the first time I made it, I did it in just the 1 8x8 pan. And again, that was very, very delicious. And so that's why I thought, well, I can prep these blackberry cheesecake squares on this morning, and we would have them that evening for Christmas, which would be super fun. And you can see it now looks like we have bloody murdered the Christmas evening cheesecakes. Yes, we have, because that sauce was too thin. I should have done another teaspoon of my cornstarch. I don't know if I forgot it when I got expanding the recipe, if I needed to eyeball it a little further. I obviously needed to. I take what I have left, I add a little bit more cornstarch to it, and then I'm feeling pretty sad about my cheesecakes. Sure, in the course of a lifetime, it won't matter. Kids aren't going to care. We aren't going to care. But I wanted those pretty cheesecake tops. So I just put the cheesecakes into the refrigerator to let those tops firm up a little bit. And I'm hoping to pull a little extra thickening magic with the sauce that's left. But anyway, by this point, I had been looking at another recipe. And this recipe is called Frosted Fudge Brownies on page 236. And I thought, I want those. I want those frosted fudge brownies. I'm going to go ahead and try to get those prepping too, because I was pacing myself with getting breakfast going and starting our mid-Christmas Day activities and having our brunch and all of those things. And I just thought, let's get some Christmas brownie fudge action going. So with the brownies, I do decide, of course, to double it because I am who I am. And we just end up putting them in a much bigger baking pan than what is called for. These were so delicious and they did not take long at all. And I was planning at this time to have cheesecakes in the oven. And I thought, well, since those have to sit up in the refrigerator a little now and we're thickening this sauce, let's just try to get this pan of brownies into the mixing bowls and get them mixed together and get them into a baking pan and get them in the oven and then also make our icing. And so, yeah, it was a big Christmas morning baking mess by all of this. And I'll say, because I feel like I'm going to, from the future, from the past, from recording this for you all, I know there's going to be so many mamas who tell me I don't have to cook on Christmas, and you're just encouraging me. And I think that's great. And I know I don't have to cook on Christmas. Here's the difference. I haven't wanted to cook on Christmas these last 2 years. Year one was just, let's get through Christmas. Let's have Walmart deliver the food. Let's breathe in and out and not cry hysterically too much on this day, right? Then year two Christmas was such a good improvement. For me as a mom, you know, I share with you my perspective and my journey. And so last year's Christmas was pretty great. And this year I was like, I want to do some things I enjoy. I want to cook some things. And I think we've been doing that on this Christmas week. I haven't pulled off everything on my list how I wanted to, but we did pretty good. We've pulled off some fun things. My Christmas gift to myself on Christmas morning, while the house was calm and everything's merry and bright and there's, you know, the undercurrent of excitement, and I got my little Christmas, you know, half coffee, half mud water, and like I can putter. Like I want to putter. Okay? I wanted to bake and I wanted to putter. So I did not have to do this baking on Christmas morning, but I wanted to. And even making these brownies, I looked at that recipe and I thought, I'm going to do those for me. This is my gift to myself. So this was fun. And the mess that was left was kind of comical. I'm like, I'm a kid in the kitchen on Christmas morning baking up some good stuff. And it was fun. So thank you for baking all this with me. Now we do roll into, of course, some cleanup time. And I've got more people up by this point. And now we need to roll into some more Christmas Day meal prep because this is how I wanted to swing it for this year. I've got some thoughts for next year, but I'm not to Christmas 2026 yet. but I had planned out some nice Christmas Day and, day after Christmas Day food buffet options. And so the first thing we're going to get going now for our Christmas brunch is we're going to go ahead and I'm going to have a teenager, because they're up and moving around now too, get 6 pounds of bacon going on our bacon sheets, and we are going to do those in the oven. And then I'm going to roll into getting meatballs going in the slow cooker. Just easy breezy lemon squeezy meatballs. We're getting some barbecue meatballs going. We're getting some marinara meatballs going. And I can tell you from the future, those were gone by the next day. Now for the quote marinara meatballs, I just use our home canned tomato sauce, and those were already Italian flavored meatballs with seasonings in them. So I didn't add anything else. And then that Sweet Baby Ray's goes a long way for our barbecue meatballs. And my teenager twisted up the bacon for me, and we got those in the oven. And then I just went to doing fried eggs in our 17-inch Lodge cast iron. And I just used some avocado oil in there, and I fried the eggs. And I just went ahead and did about 30 eggs. And I put those in the container. And I ran through 2 panfuls of eggs, just simply flipping them as we go. And of course, we try to save the cheesecakes. That sauce firmed up, and I just kind of swirl it on there, and it is what it is. It tasted delicious. I'll just have to make it again in the future and try yet again to get those beautiful tops. But I love that recipe, and the brownie recipe, also fantastic. None of this is dairy-free, but all of this is sugar-free and gluten-free, and you can definitely choose your own adventure and adapt it with it. But these brownies turned out delicious, and I did top them with some crushed walnuts. And my teens had prepped fruit for me the night before while I was going through and finishing up getting more Mama Christmas magic ready. They had chopped the strawberries, and we didn't break any glass fruit bowls this time, so that's pretty great. But the strawberries, blueberries were washed and prepped, and then watermelon and cantaloupe, some honeydew melon in another bowl. And so here is our fruit salad options, our fried eggs, and 6 pounds of bacon. Also, we have apple juice and we have orange juice. And now you know we have some Christmas afternoon cheesecakes that are setting up in the fridge, some Christmas afternoon brownies. I also got a whole ham in the slow cooker. Coming up, we're going to do another delicious cheesy cauliflower side dish, and we're going to do dozens and dozens of deviled eggs. So I will link this cauliflower and cheese recipe for you below. I was looking for some keto side dishes, just trying to, check all the boxes and all of those good things. So I take the bacon grease that we had from all that bacon, and I'm going to roast cauliflower and celery in that because bacon grease goes a really long way. And I'm going to get all of that chopped up and in sheet pans in the oven. And I'm doing this now in the afternoon. Again, what did I want to do for Christmas? I wanted to putter. So we have now at this point, presents are open, stockings have been done. We spent several hours doing that. And now I'm just doing this side dish for Christmas evening dinner to add to our large family buffet options. And I'm going to get that in the oven, and I'm going to chop up. I had to sneak it. I had to sneak a pan of bacon out of that 6 pounds of bacon. Nope, 6 pounds of bacon. So I would have it for this side dish I wanted to do. And I'm chopping up the bacon now, and then we make the delicious sauce mixture, which is cream cheese, various spices, some shredded cheese. Again, the recipe will be linked down below. It's very, very good. And so we mix all of that with the cauliflower, and I put it back in the oven in a baking dish, and of course topped with more shredded cheese for about another 15 minutes. And while that cauliflower bake is going in the oven, we're gonna now flip into deviled eggs. Now, I actually boiled these several dozen deviled eggs the night before, but again, because my Christmas prep just went so long, I mean, yes, my family helps me, but my family can only help me so far when it comes to, being Mama Santa and getting all the gifts and things ready. So I got the eggs prepped, got them peeled, got those in the refrigerator. We made the deviled egg filling, and I just figured this would be more puttering that I would do on Christmas afternoon. So I love my little handheld tool here. I believe I'm not looking at the name right now. Maybe it's a Wilson's icing kit. I'm butchering it, I'm sure, but I'll try to have that product linked for you in the description below. It was like under $10 on Amazon, and it just fills the deviled eggs so nice. And it's just like a nice little Happy Mom upgrade. And so I'm working on these deviled eggs, and then I'm going to take a moment to get the cauliflower and cheese keto casserole into the oven and get that topped with cheese. Everything in the slow cookers are looking super delicious. And then you can see dozens and dozens. I filled all 4 of our egg fillers. So we get right about 96 deviled eggs. We run through these eggs within 48 hours. I'm thinking through, because Christmas was on Thursday. By Saturday afternoon, there were no more eggs left. So definitely deviled eggs are another favorite. But see, they're just pretty. It's just like a nice little life upgrade. Thank you so much for helping me get Christmas food, massive meal magic pulled together for my family of 10 for 2025. We did feed from 10 to 15. It was a beautiful Christmas week, and I got to prep and putter and feed my family well. I felt really good, which is really nice. Thank you all for being with me, and I appreciate you. I appreciate you being here all these years and cooking all these meals with me. I'm excited as we roll into 2026. I have so many fun things planned, continuing on with massive freezer meals, large family grocery shopping, and also these large family meals of the week videos, and so many more fun adventures. And I have something special coming in January. Can't wait to share that with you. I appreciate you again, and I'll see you real soon with another brand new video. Bye-bye.